Hey guys, this is Richard from the founder of the group, and I wanted to go over some things with you guys real quick. I've been trying to think about setting up a Zoom, but I haven't set it up. I haven't pulled the trigger as of yet. But sooner or later, the Zoom gonna start. It's definitely gonna happen. Okay. The latest project, Project 40 and 41, have significant improvements. And you know what I did? I just put all the stuff, tried to put everything that I had and put it in one thing. Like say, it's rife and it's more fields and it's scalar and isochronic tones. I try to put all my isochronic tones, all my rice, all my morphofields, all my scalars to make one big scalar, one big rife, one big morphic, one big isochronic tone. When I did that, it made me things changed significantly, especially when I did it with the morphic field one, everything started changing. So that's what we have 40 and 41. The latest products that we're using right now, and you should be able to even though I haven't really done enough testing to really say too much, but based on what I'm saying right now, it is pretty good. If I was to give this thing like between 0 trapped in it and 100 walked out of it, I'll give it probably like an 86 or 87 or something like that. And the thing about it too, y'all can't, when you talk to this thing, talk to the voices. One, when you talk to them voices, it kills a child. Most people don't know that. When you talk to your voices, every day it's a potential for them to kill a child. All you have to do is ask them and say, hey, by me talking to you guys, is this somehow making a contract where you could go after a child? And they're going to say, yep, it is. It is when you talk to them. So sooner or later you're going to run up out of that stuff anyway. Run right to the products. So, yep. When you talk, another thing when you talk to a student, when you talk to it, it skews the performance of the frequencies to the point where I couldn't imagine what's really happening with you. I just know you'll be alive. You won't die. But as far as like talking back and forth to this thing, even though you got a way out, the way out is to not talk to this thing. If you don't talk to this thing for 24 hours, when you get up, don't just start talking to it when you get up and just wait till all the way to 12 o'clock and see the big difference. Wait till 12 o'clock to say something to them voices, and you'll see a big difference how things go. Because it does not overlapping thing is every day you get up and it's like a decision. Every day. So, yep. The status report. How I found out about what is going on, is to make a long short of this, is that we've been under attack by pirates masquerading as a government, because our parents gave the illusion of them to be around us with the presence of authority, only because the voices was telling them to do that. The voices was putting down on them and telling them to say, you tell your children that this is your authority, this is who you go to, this is your resources. But in reality, it's our military offshoot and immigration, and that's if you black, so-called black, this is your land, and this was a whole long, drawn-out strategy to get you to think that white people really have it better than you, and just do basic stuff because everybody around you doing basic stuff. But you just don't know that you're surrounded by a whole bunch of people that got voices, and they are doing things meticulously what the voices telling them to do to keep up a facade of a fake reality of hardship and all these things when it doesn't exist. They're hoping that you look at everybody, because it's a lot of them, and just take what you see and just go with that. Like 1 million people. It's 1 million of us though. But how can it be? Yep, that's the strategy that's being played upon you. And then your parents are maturing candidates. They got no voices that inside their head. They never tell you the whole time. At any given moment, they done probably try to kill you about, not on purpose, but through the voicing thing, when put down or challenge, at least least about 4 times today, and then wouldn't it be much of a big exaggeration? And it ain't the gang stalking thing. There's no reason to be worrying about gang stalking because it's everybody. It's your mommy, your daddy, it's everybody. You have a problem with somebody outside, I found that you go to Christ and he will make peace with your enemies. See, but the thing is that we have a different class of people out here that don't believe in God and all these things. So you're gonna have to find a path. You tell me what it was, cause I'm going this way. I'm going this way. But yeah, you go to Christ, you're gonna you would then the crazy thing part about it is that you was trained to not be able to go to our resources and be out here wide open in the desert. And now your parents see God and the angels, the ones that's abstract looking, and they scared of it. They don't want to tell you nothing, but when you think they be in some dementia or something, they really looking at voices, computer images, holographic images, because they done took all those shots and they put some holographic stuff in their eyelids or something like that, right along with their voices. And so they so scared, man. They done gave you up probably like 6 ways to Sunday today, and by nobody addressing it, and you not saying nothing too, that's what's making it keep perpetuating. You think like this thing is almighty, but you guys, a lot of people got triggered to not knowing, getting close to God, to know like anything, if it comes to like something of this magnitude, you automatically go to God. But most people have been trained all this time to not go to God and then be lackadaisical with it, because when you see so many millions of people around you doing that, the million people, what they call this stuff, the crisis actors, and make it seem like this type of behavior is sustainable. And then when the bottom fall up out of you and you go out to sea, they're gonna jump on their jet skis and leave you out there. It's a scheme to get you to be unprepared and not under Christ's protection. And that's why you got molested and things happen to you, because your parents fell for the same thing of seeing all those people around them and was lackadaisical with Christ and all that stuff, and then they got exposed because their parents came in and didn't tell them what, because they did the same thing. They came and took it. They were lackadaisical about it because somebody molested them, and then it just keep overlapping and keep going back, because it was a strategy to take our land by making us force us into some history information, and then sign us up into our immigration system, into numbers where nobody can't find us and find out where we at. And you look and show your parents like, hey, why y'all come in the house and just every day after you get off of work, y'all go check on the neighbors or nothing like that? Because they trained to hate them. They trained to hate everybody. They trained to hate everybody. I truly believe they trained to hate everybody. They go in their house, they don't go around to check on nobody. And then when they talk about murder in the streets, they knowing damn well it's mommy and daddy's doing no sacrificing. And they say that it's scary out there. And they the ones acting most scary to be outside than all of us, and they don't know exactly what's happening. It ain't no reason for no old man or old woman to be not walking outside, because they know exactly what this stuff is doing. They're going for this sacrifice. They ain't going for no just beat up some guy and some random person walking down the street. It doesn't happen like that. And all right, we're not immigration, gang stalking. Be at peace with Christ. Your parents and maturing candidates, they showed us a form of currency, and it was on TV every single day. They're about money that you don't even know, you never read. You just get printed off the printer press. You don't know if somebody just get printed billions and trillions of dollars, and you working your butt off, and you don't even know that you 9 times out of 10 you competing with a business that you already funding in the first place. You are working against a job, competing against it when you competing with your own companies that you unaware of. And when you get a job, you are working for, you gave your boss you paid your boss and you paid yourself, because you didn't know your currency. You didn't know your economics, because you went by what 1 million people in front of you did. And all they did was turn their they turned their signature into a different form of currency, and made it seem like they had they had to do a physical thing to achieve this feat. When this doesn't, it takes like I've seen 12 U.S. Code 412 application for notes, and like 12 U.S. Code 412 application for notes. 12 U.S. Code 412 says Federal Reserve notes are to be issued at discretion of the Board of Governors for Federal Reserve to help Federal Reserve agents to fund through banks and nothing else. None of you buying cars and all this other stuff is only for people that's in the military and stuff like that. But your parents, by that maturing thing, saying yeah, and working in it saying yeah, but you don't know why they saying yeah. It's because the voice is putting down on them since you got here. That's why no matter how old you get, you can't duplicate their mannerisms. It's because that's not really who they are. It's a front. And they hoping that you just sit there and keep on dripping out to see what that means of people. And the people that already done made up in their mind, they too scared to do anything. Until the noose is so tight up under you and the voice is done locked down on top of you, you can't make no intelligent decisions. And because you looked at your parents, but you didn't really ask them the tough questions. They said this is the end time cycle right now. So, but nobody ain't asking, hey, what y'all heard about this stuff? What's going on? And I'm here to tell you, man, when you find out what your parents and them went through, it's like some stuff. And when you leave your house, every time you thought when you're just chilling and go out and hang out with people, the moment that you left out that door, your parents was being tortured. The moment that you left out the door, probably tortured right in your face. But now you got a taste of it and now you see. So, all right. The 1940s, the parents told me when I had Bible study that that Satan was officially here. And we had to like buckle down and stuff like that. And for some magical reason, we still, when I looked around, it seemed like everybody was just doing normal, regular stuff. And I just couldn't understand that why we was doing normal stuff. And this is supposed to be the end time cycle. How could this be? And then what come to find out is that the parents are trained to act normal and go in the house and act and go to sleep every day when they know something is up. They go in the house, they eat dinner, they watch the news, they laugh, they watch the sports, and they lay down and go to bed knowing that they get some strategy being played on that they have going on inside their head. And they ain't telling you. Because you won't ask them nothing neither. You won't ask the tough questions now that you know that this stuff exists. I'm here to tell you, you worry about the gang stalkers. The gang stalkers are only there to deliver the killing of you through your parents. That's the only way they could do it to you, is through your parents. So you need to focus on your parents more than you focus on these gangs and all these other people out here. All right, what's next? Oh, shit. All right, so, hold on, let me just play. Oh yeah, all elderly people that took the jab, they see images. Or I just said that they see images. It's holographic computers. All this stuff coming from the county buildings. Every single thing there, the computer, your voices will tell you. They tell you that it's satanic. You ain't supposed to be in it. Yeah, if you ask them what to do that's in your best interest, they'll tell you. But if you don't say what's in your best interest, they're gonna tell you whatever. It has to be what's in your best interest. You want to ask your parents, is this stuff true? This is the way you could get them to force them to tell you the truth. You say in front of God, yes or no. When they say anything other than yes or no, and you explicitly make it specific that you yes or no, and they still keep going around like that, you got the answer. Okay? And that's what it is, overlap of protection. And another thing too is that we don't understand our spiritual history and our procedures, and we've been going by what other people have been showing us. And we come to find out that it's like we all have God, but we still have Christ. Christ is like the main one before we get to the main God. And so in order to get to the supreme God, we have to go through Christ. So it's some things that take place, and it's trying to show us, and it probably would be a nice way to show us in a way that you have to acknowledge that type of thing, that can't just go to your God. You have to go to Christ. You can't. You can't. It's not that they can't help you. It's something that you have to look at the system and see that you have to know the structure to what you're doing and what you're asking. But I know at one thing though, right now, if you just say, Christ, I request protection, it'll probably take place right then and there. Ask your God, ask your angels. They're going to all say, go to Christ. They're going to all say that. And for some reason, I noticed that when we were growing up, it was all about God, and I know the difference between God and Christ. And by us not knowing this stuff and going by what the million man crisis actors scheme, we've been doing things different, and that's why things never felt right the whole time. Because our parents been getting put down, and we've been leaving the house to go party instead of finding out what's been going on with them. That's it. All right.